Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my weekly review.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel here.
Across the streams of hopes and dreams where things are really not. Come along if you can. Come along if you dare.
Have a good one. Cheers, guys.
Side of your mind, but please realize you'll probably be surprised.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my review of this week's episode of Riverdale on the CW, which was episode 19, chapter 32. Just making sure I get the titles correct. Chapter 32, Prisoners. So yes, just seen Avengers Infinity War today, so I'm a bit distracted by that. I did post about that on my Facebook if you want to see some of my actual, fresh thoughts on that. I will be doing a video on that within the next few days or so, but still had to watch Riverdale today and get my review out. So this week's episode, Prisoners, I thought it was another pretty good one. You can tell it's building, to a season finale for sure. This episode was also significant because, we finally get, Chick in the open here. Which was nice to see. This story has been, going for, quite a while this season now. So to see him, we finally find out that he's not actually, the son. He's not, Betty's brother. He's not Alice and, FP's son. We find out that, it's a separate person, and, Chick may have murdered him, and what makes it more tragic is that apparently it was, as we now know, it was a boy that had came to Alice, but she turned him away. So it makes it kind of a grim story. Although I do think there's a chance that he could still be alive. But I'm especially happy because FP is one of my two favorite characters. So to know that a creep like Chick isn't actually his son, I feel better about. So I like all that. And, if you guys watch my Riverdale reviews, I'm not really a big fan of Betty. She's one of my least favorite characters on the show. But she has her place. I know that, and I did like her in this episode. I like how she handled things. She's becoming a little bit more endearing to me, perhaps, but she's still far below pretty much everyone else. At least our main cast. I did like what she did with Chick, sort of just turning him over to the Black Hood. Although they left it ambiguous, so unfortunately, chances are we're probably gonna see Chick again in some capacity. I wish we would have just seen the Black Hood slit his throat and drag him off or something. I think that would have been better. But we'll see. And then I did like the opening as well, Midge's funeral. Which again, we didn't really see Midge much. She's basically like one of the red shirts of Riverdale, you could say. Just kind of a body to be killed at some point, used for sort of like a plot device, basically. But I still thought Cheryl's the song, the singing, everything is good, and Cheryl's proclamation about it, and sort of just her put down Sheriff Keller, I thought was very appropriate. The guy who plays Sheriff Keller is does a pretty good job, acting wise, and of course Kevin being pretty upset with Cheryl with just sort of undermining Keller's authority and capabilities, which I think is justified at this point, with everything that's happened. I thought Cheryl was very right in saying what she said. So yeah, I really like that. And then we also have the Nick Sinclair thing in this episode. which you knew was probably going to come up again with what happened earlier this season. And I like how that was handled as well. You have them basically masquerading as an image of a Black Hood, throw Archie off, they kidnap him, and try to use him as a just ransom sort of leverage with Veronica. And you knew that she wasn't going to go through with basically sleeping with Nick again or doing whatever he wanted. Because if they actually let Veronica actually go through with it to get Archie free, yeah, I guess, but I think I would have just lost respect for her as a character. I think she's a lot more endearing and just seen as a stronger character because of finding another way out of it for sure. And I know she's better than that, and she could clearly prove that yet again. But again, fans, at least in Facebook comments, seem to be quite against Veronica this season. Although she's still personally my favorite character. And I thought she handled things very intelligently here, and in a clever way with roofing Nick, which you probably should have seen coming, but he's a jackass, so however it works. So I like that. I like that Archie got free, although I would have liked it if he's seen Veronica actually dropping him to the floor. But still, I like it that Archie, he was on his way. He probably could have taken Nick or something if he got there. But at the same time, I'm glad that they didn't have Archie save Veronica or something. I'm glad that Ronnie took care of herself, basically, as we know she can. Her and Cheryl especially. So Archie coming in and Nick already just being down, I thought was good. And really good scene with Jughead and FP in this episode as well. Really good acting from Skeet Ulrich. One of his best scenes of the series, I think. Coming in when Chick is being held and saying, basically saying that he doesn't want Jughead to have to cross into the line of, killing someone or, doing some of the darker things he's done in his life. I thought it was, really well acted, really well conveyed. And then you have Hiram in this episode, who he actually seems to, a little bit distraught that he's choosing not to help Archie, but he's trying to, play a certain way for, him and her, Hermione, because they don't want to be seen as vulnerable if they pay the ransom, because then some of their enemies will think, they're kind of an easier game now, so they might go after Veronica to get to him. So, I kind of got it, but he did actually seem to, genuinely sort of, regretful that he couldn't, he didn't think he could do anything to help Archie, just for the sake of, protecting his daughter and ensuring her safety. Then again, it's probably also, self-preservation, too, or maybe he doesn't care that much, who knows, but I still thought it was, fine. We have the Black Hood thing coming up again, and they basically emphasize on it possibly being, Hal at this point, which has been a popular, fan guest for, pretty much all season. And I think it would probably work best that way if it is Hal as the Black Hood, but we'll see. Or again, it could still be an even larger picture than that, which I've talked about before. Maybe there's even a greater person pulling the strings or something, I don't know, to fit their plan for Riverdale. Not sure, but overall, again, a pretty good episode. I'm giving it a 9.2 out of 10. I really enjoy Riverdale. My two favorite shows I'm watching right now are Ash vs. Evil Dead and Riverdale. Two pretty different shows. But I'm liking them both very, very much. So yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this one. Feel free to bring up anything else about the episode. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.